Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Shiryu here, and today we're back with another Skyblock video. Today we're going to be talking about all the professions in the game, and basically telling you the exact best ways to sort of farm each profession, and my personal thoughts on each one. So, let's get started. Currently, there are 7 different professions in the game. Farming, mining, combat, foraging, fishing, enchanting, and alchemy. So basically, I'll be teaching you the best ways to sort of farm every single one of these professions or skills. Generally, each skill, when you level it up, you get coins, some extra base stats, and an extra chance to sort of gain double drops or something like that. So the first profession I'm going to look at is farming. Farming is very self-explanatory. You gain XP by breaking crops, by doing all sorts of farming related activities like killing pigs, killing chickens, cows, random stuff. Mostly, farm animals. And basically, when you level it up, every single time it'll increase your chance of getting double drops while harvesting by 4%. It'll give you an additional amount of health, somewhere like 2 or 3 or 4 health, and it'll also give you coins. So I believe the easiest way to gain farming experience is either to A, build a sugarcane farm and then farm it every once in a while by just punching all the sugarcane. Sugarcane gives you 2 XP per break, so that's really efficient. But the other way I'm going to show you is if you don't want to devote the time to building a sugarcane farm, you can essentially just come over to the farm off spawn, that's sort of northeast of spawn, and basically just break all this wheat. You get really easy experience, and the wheat's really easy to break, and basically you get to farm up your wheat collection, you get to gain farming XP, and that sort of stuff. So that's the easiest way I believe to farming. Of course, general tip, always use minions if you're trying to grind something. Minions, you gain, I believe, 1/5 of the XP you would gain from actually doing the task, or you just gain 0.2 of any sort of skill XP from claiming the minion stuff. So it's a good, nice way to gain passive skill experience. Now, on to the next skill. So the next skill on the list is mining. Mining is really good because for every level you increase it, you get an extra 4% chance to gain double ores, as well as additional defense, which means you'll take less damage. Alright, so I believe the best way to gain mining experience is go to the deep caverns, put on something called miner armor, okay? This miner outfit stuff gives you haste 2 as a full bonus, and if you want to know where to find it, it's in collections under mining and cobblestone. It's the 7th cobblestone collection. And it gives you haste 2, which is really nice. So basically, the best way to do this is to sort of just run around with haste 2, since there's a pretty high amount of ore density here, and just break all these ores. Why am I not recommending a later section of this mine? It's because it's really not worth it, because the ore density is a lot worse. You're not really getting enough XP to justify going down there, plus there's really strong mobs down there. So I think that this is the best way to sort of farm mining XP if you're into that. And you can also insta-break cobble when you have the miner's outfit. So that's how I believe the best way to gain mining XP is. Alright, so the third skill you're going to be looking at is combat. So combat is a rather intriguing skill. There's a lot of easy ways to level it, and I have my own personal recommendations. There are 2 options I'm going to recommend to you, and the very first is very easily accessible from spawn. So I believe one of the best ways to gain combat experience is to go to the graveyard and just kill the zombies that spawn there, because each zombie gives you 6 EXP. They're really easy to kill. You'll basically always one-shot these guys. If you have even a solid sword, just make sure to get the undead sword. And really, it's just an easy source of XP. The zombies spawn quickly, they're really easy to kill, and I'm just repeating myself. So, yeah. And I forgot to mention, if you level up your combat, you gain the ability to deal extra damage, and you also gain extra crit chance, along with coins, of course. So that's what I believe is the first of the 2 good ways to gain. So another easy way I think you can gain combat experience is to sort of come to the spider's den. If you're a little bit more stacked and you're confident in your fighting abilities against these spiders, then I recommend you come here, because each spider gives you 9 combat. And basically, it's really easy to kill these guys for the most part. The silverfish are kind of annoying, but aside from that, the spiders spawn readily. They're easy to kill for the most part. You don't have to do anything. Just walking around, you kill them really easily. And overall, another good source of mining XP, and if you have Scavenger on your sword, a really good source of coins. So, although I said there's only 2 ways to easily gain experience for combat, there's actually a third way that I just thought about. So the third way is to sort of just make a bunch of minions. You can make a mob grinder. This isn't exactly a mob grinder, but it's pretty easy to just run up and down this tower and kill a bunch of magmas. You can make a mob grinder. You can just make, just spawners and just run around, sort of like, and just farm these guys. Like, magma cubes are really easy to kill, so Honestly, that's one of the easiest way to farm them, and of course there's minions as well. So this is the third way you can easily farm combat level, as these magmas spawn very frequently. They split, and they all give you 4 XP, which is really easy to just move up and gain XP in combat. So that concludes our guide to combat, and now we're gonna go on to another skill. Alright, so the next skill we're gonna be looking at is foraging. Foraging, it provides additional strength per level up, as well as an additional chance for double logs. So I believe that foraging is probably one of the easiest skills to grind in the game. And the way you grind the skill is you first get a really high efficiency axe. You always need a gold axe with efficiency 5 because gold is faster than diamond, and durability doesn't matter in this game, so just use gold. And the second thing you need is haste 3 pots. Haste 3 pots, they give you an increase of mining speed by 60%, and they allow you to insta-break wood. Okay, so the next skill we're going to take a look at is foraging. Foraging is, I believe, in my opinion, one of the easier skills to grind in this game. But why do I believe that? It's because it's really easy to insta-break logs, and logs actually give you a ton of foraging experience. So how do you insta-break logs? So, well, first of all, you need an efficiency 5 gold axe. This has to be an efficiency 5 gold axe. If it's not, you won't be able to break anything fast enough. The second thing you need is haste 3 pots. Haste 3 pots increase your mining speed by 60%, and they allow you to insta-break wood logs. So you may ask, Shiryu, how do you get haste 3 pots? Well, if you go to your collections, go to mining, go to coal, you'll see that coal 3 collection gives you the haste potion recipe. And if you look at the haste 3 potion, all you need to do is take haste 1 potions, which are brewed with coal, and then put enchanted glowstone dust on top of them. Enchanted glowstone dust is literally just obtained from how you'd make any other enchanted ore recipes. You just take some glowstone, 2.5 stacks to be precise, and just craft it into enchanted glowstone dust. Another tip for you is that once you craft your haste 3 pots, always make sure to put redstone at the end, because it extends them to 8 minutes at no cost. So that's my recommendations. So we're gonna go run the haste 3 pot at the Lumberyard to show you what it's like. Alright, so we're at the Lumberyard now, and we're just gonna drink up this haste 3 pot, and then we're gonna just look at this. We're just gonna insta break trees. It's so quick to gain XP, and my tip for insta breaking trees is sort of to target these lumber piles right here. They're really easy to break, and they give you a ton of experience, and they always refresh pretty quickly. So try to make your cycles so that you cycle around these lumber yards, these lumber piles. So they're the best. And basically, you just want to keep on grinding these, and in like 8 minutes, I believe you'll gain about 8,000 foraging XP, which is really nice, and if you grind oak wood, you'll be able to get large storages, which is also a nice bonus. On to the next skill, boys. So the next skill we're going to be looking at is fishing. So fishing is, in my opinion, rather boring, but if you increase it, you get an additional chance to find treasure when you're fishing, as well as additional health. So basically, this is a really funny strat, so basically for fishing, and I don't know why it works, but apparently it does. So basically you're gonna get a god rod, basically just level 64 your rod, and you'll get all 3 of these enchantments to the max, and then you're gonna go over to the hub, and you're gonna go over in the direction of the graveyard, and you're gonna go over to this little fountain over here. This fountain, for some reason, has the curious property that whenever you toss your fishing rod into it, it's particularly easy to get fish. Like, your waiting time is literally half of anywhere you would go anywhere else. So basically, you get fish in like somewhere between like 10 to 15 seconds. Like, look at that, it's really fast. Instead of if I went to the other ponds, I literally have to wait a minute to get a single fish. So yeah, I don't know why this works, but apparently this is one of the easiest ways to fish. And if you check, look, 10 seconds, another fish. So that's what I believe is the easiest way to fish, and on to the next skill. So the next skill we're going to be looking at is Enchanting. Enchanting is rather simple. The easiest way to grind Enchanting is to sort of whip out your diamond pickaxe and enchant it with something called Experience 3. So that means you get a 37.5% chance to double drop EXP. So basically, what you're going to do is you're also going to you're going to take out a set called the Lapis set, okay? This Lapis set, for every piece you have of it, you gain 50% extra bonus experience when you're mining. So if you have 4 pieces, you get a 200% experience bonus, which is stupidly good. So if you go over to the mines and go to the Lapis mines, Alright, so now I'm in the Lapis mines, and I have my full Lapis set on, and I have my diamond pickaxe that's enchanted with experience 3. So basically what all I do is I just sit in these mines, I just kill zombies, I mine a ton of Lapis, and basically Lapis gives you a ton of experience, and you want to prioritize Lapis because even though the other blocks may give you maybe slightly more, not around the same sort of experience, the reason you target Lapis is because there's a Lapis recipe. If you go into the Lapis collection, that allows you to craft experience bottles and experience potions. So if you take a look at the green experience bottle, you need 6 enchanted Lapis, which are crafted with 2.5 stacks of Lapis, which is really easy to get. You'll get a grand experience bottle that gives you, I believe, from 0 to 36 levels. Like, if you're at level 0, you'll go up to like level 36, which is a huge amount of XP. It makes it really efficient to grind the experience. So, now that you've gotten a ton of experience, you can go back to your house and just enchant whatever items you want. The more experience levels you enchant with, the more experience you'll get. So like if you use a level 64 enchant, you'll probably get around 2,000 experience. If you do like a level 30, you might get like 1,000 experience. So that's the easiest way to level up enchanting. On to the next skill. So the final skill in this list is going to be alchemy. Alchemy is a skill I have not yet bothered to waste time in, but basically allows you to brew potions with that have longer duration, and it also gives you intelligence as well. So basically, if you just go over to the brewing stands, just basically, you could either make a auto brewer or just basically just spend your entire day just making potions at the most efficient rate possible, which is, I believe, one of the most boring things in the game. So I'm just not going to grind that, and I recommend you not grind it either. I don't think it delivers any useful benefits, in my opinion. So that concludes my guide to all 7 skills in Skyblock, and if you enjoyed it, you know, leave a like, sub, comment on what sort of tips that I missed, like what sort of suggestions would you give that I didn't give, what's your secrets, what's your best ways to get everything. So that's it, thank you guys for watching, bye-bye.